I know, I'm late. Q3 ended a month ago, but I still want to make my best laptops of 2025 Q3 video because there's a bunch in here that completely blew me away and a few that I think are worth the money, especially with price points coming down. So look, if you're buying a laptop before the end of the year, you might want to see this video. Also, I know a lot of you are going to say, why isn't this laptop in the video? Well, I already probably talked about it in one of my earlier quarter videos, which you can find down below. Also, as I say before, I know some of you are sick of it. 80% of you watching still haven't subscribed. That's a crazy number to me. If you don't want to miss the end of the year, best laptops of 2025 video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Now let's dive in because there are some killer picks this quarter. And the first one is the Acer Predator Helios Neo 16S. Absolutely terrible name, but incredible value. For $1899, you're getting nearly identical specs to the Asus ROG G16 that costs $2629. It's rocking a Core i7 RTX 5070 Ti, 32 gigabytes of RAM, and a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. Plus, it also has a 240 Hz OLED display that looks absolutely insane, but a little glossy. Look, if you're buying a gaming laptop this year, the 5070 Ti is the one to target. It's the sweet spot for 2025. Don't underspend on a 5060 or 5070, save some money. It's not much of a performance jump compared to the 40 series last year. You can buy a 5080. You'll get better performance, but you will be spending significantly more. The 5070 Ti is the place to be. Now, if you're more on a budget and you want to get into gaming and you want a laptop, definitely take a look at the Lenovo Lock. I understand it's a little pricey here in North America, but in other regions, it's much fairer, probably because of tariffs, at least my guessing. But for what you do get an RTX 5050 or 5060, depending on the SKU, 16 gigabytes of RAM, a 1080p, 15 or 16-inch display. It's a fantastic entry-level gaming laptop. And look, it's not as premium as a Legion, but it doesn't scream cheap gamer either. Like if you find this thing on sale, it's hands down one of the best value gaming options right now. Just put it in your watch list. Number 3, since we're talking about Lenovo, it would be hard pressed for me not to mention the Lenovo Legion 7i. Now, this thing is just absolutely beautiful, especially in white. It's one of the most consistent gaming experiences I've had on a laptop this year. It's not as premium as the Pro, but it definitely still feels premium. The downfall to this laptop is that you do get it with an Intel Core Ultra processor, which is great, but only up to an RTX 5070. So right now it's really hard for me to recommend at this price point, but again, if you see it drop significantly, put it on your list. Number 4 is the MacBook Pro 14 with M5, and this is just a good everyday, I can use this thing for the next 5 years computer. The performance bump, even from the M4, is amazing, especially when you compare it to what's happening in the PC space. Like CPU jump from M4 is strong, but the GPU leap is even bigger. Like you are comparing an M5 to an M1 Ultra and a Mac Studio, and the results are very close. Like that's how far Apple has come. Like they're literally showing off. Like this is a laptop that you can confidently travel with, edit 4K video, maybe not like the most intensive timelines, but most timelines, and have such a great experience. And look, I get it. It's not a gaming laptop, but you can run a few games at lower settings. For creators or anyone that just wants a powerful everyday laptop with good speakers, lots of ports, a mini LED display, this MacBook Pro 14 with M5 cannot be beat. Number 5 pick kind of broke my heart because it's the HP OmniBook Aero. And when this thing first dropped at $879, I thought it was going to be the deal of the year because you were getting a Ryzen CPU, 32 gigabytes of RAM, a 1 terabyte SSD, and fantastic battery life, all in a clean white chassis with a QHD Plus IPS display. The colors weren't perfect, but they were good enough for content work or light design. The problem is though, right now it's back up to $1299, which makes it a tougher recommendation for me since you could just get a MacBook Air or any other laptop that's actually nicer for that price point. But look, if it dips again, right, maybe around Black Friday, this laptop would be an instant buy. Now we're gonna increase the price quite dramatically here because I want to mention the Asus Pro RP16. This is probably the best creative laptop you can get on the Windows side of things. It's basically a Asus Zephyrus ROG G16, but with one of the best, actually, let me scratch that, the best laptop display you can buy right now. It's OLED, it's bright, peak brightness of 1600 nits, has a 65% less reflection coating, and finally has a higher 120 Hz refresh rate, which is up from 60 last year. The color accuracy is nearly perfect. You spec this thing out, you're getting an RTX 5090, 64 gigabytes of RAM, and look, the price tag is $4,000. And some of you are probably dropping your underwear right now and getting angry. I have no idea why you would do that, but that's probably what's happening. But if you compare it to a MacBook Pro M4 Max with similar specs, that thing will cost you $1,200 more. And I get it, the MacBook Pro will give you full performance on battery life, which this won't. But if you want an RTX 5090 and you're mostly going to be plugged in, this is a laptop absolutely worth taking a look at. And last up is the LG Gram Pro 17, which I definitely want to give an honorable mention. I've always loved this concept, a 17-inch machine with a discrete GPU, an RTX 5050 that's lighter than a MacBook Air. And look, you're getting that RTX 5050, solid performance, and perfect for anyone who travels often but still needs GPU power. But there's one big problem with this laptop, and I wish they would just listen. You gotta drop the price. For $2,350, you're just not giving us $2,350 worth of a laptop. It's just way too high. Like if they drop this thing by $500 or $600, this would instantly become a top tier pick. Now I understand the year is not over yet. I still have a few more laptops coming in to review before I wrap everything up, especially for my best laptops of 2025 video. If there's anything else you want to see that came out this year, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, all the laptops I mentioned, okay? There'll be links in the description in case you want to check them out. If you like the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.